Hi, water signs. It is me, Gigi, coming forward with your weekly energy update. It's been such a long time. I'm very excited to channel for you guys. I already pulled some cards, and we're going to jump in just a second. I first want to just say thank you so much to everybody that's been supporting me, everyone that's been holding down, subscribing, liking, sharing my videos. I love you guys, and I'm very, very grateful for you. If you are new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button. Also, guys, please make sure that you're commenting on these videos, sharing them. I'm trying to reach as many people in the collective, and I appreciate any support whatsoever. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and ask the universe to place a bubble around me and anyone else that is tuning into this video. Fill that bubble with bright white lights, 3 golden rings, and violet flames. May it shine so bright that nothing negative may ever attach. All right, the first card that came out for you, water signs, is the Emperor. This was such a powerful card to have be the beginning of our reading. And with this card, there's just a sense of knowledge and the courage to follow and honor the knowledge that you're receiving. I feel that prior to this week, you've kind of been in this space of going back and forth. 1 second, you're all in, you're doing these projects, you're moving forward, you're meditating, you're aligning with your spiritual soul truth, and you're doing the work. And then the next second, it's like you're taking off path. You're doing something different. You're not standing in your power. You're not honoring yourself. You're not remembering who you were. It's been a constant back and forth. You haven't actually been able to ground yourself, and this week you're finding balance. This week you're finding stability. There's a lot of truths coming in. There's a lot of wisdom and things that you didn't know before are coming to the surface now that you're realizing, and you're able to recognize and see, oh, okay, so that's what this was trying to tell me, or that's what this is. You know, this is how I'm supposed to move. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. So I feel like it's allowing you to get back on path. Things oftentimes have put you in a space of feeling like it's too hard. It's easier to turn around. It's easier to not do this. It's easier to go back to that. It's easier for me to not open up. But then when you do that, you're playing it small, and you're not able to stand in the beauty of life. You're not able to experience what you came here to experience. So this week is a very knowledgeable week. It's paying attention to all of the messages that you receive. It's paying attention to the outcomes and the feelings that you have and the thoughts that you have about certain situations and certain people and places and things, and trusting in the divine purpose, trusting in the universe to put you in the right place at the right time, and trusting that certain opportunities that may not have worked out. Babe, can you get Tiny? Kennel, Tiny.
What's he doing?
He was in our room. Anyways, so sorry about that. My dog is a handful, the least to say. Anyways, so we literally have this energy in this space of getting balanced again, getting back into honoring yourself, getting back into rediscovering what it is you came to do, and moving towards a different purpose. With the messages card being the next card that falls out, which is the Page of Wands, I feel like there's a lot of knowledge coming in. There's a lot of spiritual downloads. There's a lot of wisdom happening, and just situations taking place where people are flowing into your life. People and specific things are flowing into your life. The universe is putting you face to face with opportunities that you are needing to see. It is putting you face to face with those connections that you are needing to make, because it takes a village to build this foundation. The saying is, it takes a village to raise a child, but it takes a village to do anything. We can't really necessarily do anything on our own. And although you reach a certain peak of your journey where, you know, you must do a lot of introspection right now, water signs, you are being called to reach out and to make connections, to put yourself out there and to align in a different way and show up in a different way, and trust that you are being divinely guided to specific people, specific places, and specific things for very specific reasons. This is leading to your divine destiny. Justice or judgment. Why do I keep wanting to call this the Justice card? Judgment is being passed at this time, and I feel like you are passing judgment, as in seeing what it is that you actually want in this lifetime, and judgment is being passed upon you. You're being placed with specific situations to heal traumas that are deep within, to figure out what jobs you want, to figure out what visions you have for your future. You are being called right now to really focus on and make a lot of decisions. And at the same time that you are being called to make these decisions, others in your life are being called to make the very same decisions in regards to you and in regards to how they're going to show up for you. So you're doing a lot of cleansing this week. You're doing a lot of spiritual grounding and spiritual truth and spiritual awakening and recalling is what I will call it, because you were kind of in a space of getting to know yourself, and you were using art to speak your words, and you were meditating, and you were getting grounded again. But then it was like, for some reason, you closed off to the world, and you stopped being open. You stopped seeking answers. You stopped utilizing the answers and the wisdom that you were receiving, and then it started to drain you, so to speak. It started to cause you to lose path. And now this week, you're remembering your path through the messages that your guides and angels and mentors are sending you. You are receiving the knowledge and the wisdom that you need in order to move forward and act accordingly. And then the Wheel of Fortune came out. And that's when that just tied it all together for me. Because the Wheel of Fortune is saying that there's been a cycle, a long-lived cycle. For some of you guys, this is lifetimes of stuff. Again, I said lifetimes. That is why it feels so heavy. That's why you keep getting pulled into the same exact situations, just with different faces. I just did a personal reading this weekend, and you said that same exact thing. Like, you keep coming face to face with the same demons, but they look different. They're still the same exact demons. They just have different faces. So that's exactly what's been going on with you, water signs. You've been coming face to face with the same anxieties, the same pushbacks, the same relationship situations, the same exact situations time and time again, because you're being called to do something different. You're being called to shake something up. You're being called to awaken at your core and to close out this cycle. This cycle was filled with a lot of baggage and everything. Everything that happens in our life comes as a lesson. Some people are never able to awaken and understand that. So they keep repeating the same exact cycles over and over again, and they're never awakened to understand or know that the only reason that the cycles keep happening is because you need to change something internally. Everything that happens outside of our lives and like in our external world was a reflection that happened within. When we were children, we couldn't necessarily control that. The circumstances that happened in our childhood were sent to build us up. But we control our adulthood. We have no one else to blame if we don't heal those wounds, those childhood wounds, and move forward into a new day. We have no one else to blame if things don't align now, because now our parents aren't taking care of us, and this person isn't taking care of us, and our boyfriends and our husbands and our spouses can't take care of us. We can take care of ourselves. You need to be full of yourself, and then someone else that is full of themselves can align with you. But you have to be open to receive this knowledge to close these cycles out. Some of you guys, water signs, prior to have been kind of closed off to the world, not really open to receive the knowledge and the wisdom that you've needed to move forward. There are people speaking nuggets of wisdom to you right now, but you're so closed because you're reliving past experiences and stuck in cycles from your childhood and stuck in cycles from the past that you're not even open to hear what is coming into you. You're not even open to receive the messages. And this week that wall goes down because your guides and angels and mentors are not leaving you with a choice. It feels like they're just like, look, sit down, listen to this. You need to take these steps. They have been showing you what you've needed to do to pull yourself out of this space. And now you're being set down. Get back to it. You guys need to be meditating, getting out in nature, getting by water, creating an altar, creating a sacred space within your home that no one else's hands touch, no one else's energies touch. It's getting back into space with you and creating and connecting and giving thanks to the universe for all the things that you have had in your life. All of the situations that have come through and played out in a way that was in alignment with you. By being grateful, you automatically attract more things to be grateful for. Last but not least, your outcome for the week was the Ten of Swords. Guys, this looks like a very heavy energy, but to me, it is you defeating your demons. And I just told either the earth signs or the air signs. I do not remember which it was, but this is defeating those demons this week. That is closing out the cycle. That is finally realizing that the low vibrational space does not control you anymore unless you allow it to control you. For some of you guys, I see that this card is you allowing that low vibrational thoughts and the ego to come over and control the rest of your week instead of allowing these things to unfold in the way that they need to. And by you doing that, you will find yourself in a repeated cycle. going through the same experiences that you have already gone through with different faces. So this is about you being very conscious of your thoughts this week. It's a warning, so to speak, nothing to be afraid of, but just watch your vibration, because your vibration is what you are telling the universe that you are wanting to attract for this next cycle that we are calling in. This week starts December, the last month of 2019, the last month of this decade. That is how large this is. So basically, if you're not changing now, you're saying to the universe that this is what you want another decade of. The same drama, the same issues, the same low vibrational energy, the same insecurities, the same fears, the same doubts. And that is not what is in alignment with you. That is not what the universe wants you to do. These were all lessons, and it's time for you to treat them as such. Lessons are not meant to be lived time and time again. It's a new moon tonight, and I was going to bring that up. The moon is clarifying the emperor. So this is about you planting new seeds. You just honestly being able to sit with yourself. 6 of Wands. But I'm not even going to pull any more cards because I need to go in on this moon real quick. This is about you being willing to sit with yourself and face yourself in the reflection of this new moon. There isn't a moon outside. You can't physically see it. So this is about you knowing that the moon is repeating a cycle and knowing that the moon is starting a new cycle. So it is time for you to break the walls down and start a new cycle. This is crazy because I was just talking to my husband about this before I started this video. But that is what this new moon is reflecting. It is time for you to begin anew. What seeds are you planting? What do you need to do right now through to the rest of the month to move yourself out of this 10 of Swords and make sure and ensure that you don't find yourself there for the next decade, that you don't find yourself repeating old cycles and going through old mindsets again. It is about you utilizing this moon energy and utilizing the energy that surrounds you, the conscious energy of the entire universe, to raise your vibration and to change the dynamic of your life and to change the direction in which you move, to heal on a deeper level. But in order for you to do that, you have to be willing to face yourself and take the mask off and be brutally honest with yourself, water signs. Really get within that motion. And look, the Cancer came to show up in the reading. Look at that giant ass crab. The Cancer came to show up in this reading. So water signs, this is confirmation. Cancer specifically, this is confirmation. You have big things to do, but it's time for you to get out of that shell and for you to move forward and close out this cycle. Move ahead in a new way. That is a very bold message. Cancer showed up to show out. This is significant for all water signs, but Cancer, come on, you showed up to show out in this picture. This is your card. The 6 of Wands was the card that came out to clarify the Page of Wands, which together equal the 7 of Wands, having something to defend. You are moving towards something that is worth you defending, and you know what that is? Your own inner truth, your own cup, your own love, your own wisdom, your own knowledge, your own soul's purpose. By you not stepping up and aligning with that, if you allow other people to drag you and pull you, you are letting the universe down. You are letting the planet down, because you were sent with your specific story so that you could defend it and so that you could raise the vibration of the collective somehow, some way through your art form, regardless of if that is doing hair or doing nails or being a medical assistant, being a CNA, being a nurse, being an educator, being a trainer. Like, it is your duty to give the world your gifts. It's time for you to stop sitting around and making excuses and being in a fear space. It's time for you to figure out, where am I moving? How am I going to do this? Because the next decade cannot be filled with the same bullshit from the past one. I've learned from these lessons. They don't resonate with me. They don't align with my soul purpose. And this is not who I want to be. This is not what I've hoped for in this time and in this space. And the universe is going to be sending you a lot of signs. So you need to have your heart open, because you will be hearing guidance and signs about your soul's purpose this week and throughout the rest of this month. I will say the whole month of December will be about you receiving signs and synchronicities about your soul's purpose. So make sure that your ears are open and that your heart is open and that your eye is open. Aligning. These eyes can see, but this eye knows all. So it's making sure that you are in alignment with what it is you're moving towards, and be very conscious with all of your thoughts, all of your steps, everything. I wasn't even flipping another card from that deck, and the King of Swords fell on the floor from the African American Tarot. So stand in your truth. Honor what you know to be true for yourself. That's the only way you're able to successfully navigate this energy. What is for the Judgment card? The Hierophant. What is for the Wheel of Fortune? I knew he was going to come out. The Page of Cups. And what is for the Ten of Swords? And there's a lot of pages in your reading. So this is just you. Wow. The Emperor came out again. There's a lot of pages in this cups, or in these cards. So this is just saying that starting off small but steady, and the devil is here. He made his appearance. That is saying, don't allow him to win. Don't get sucked back into a cycle of the Ten of Swords, doing the same shit that you did this past cycle. Don't get caught there. His back is turned to us. So this is your time to escape. This is your time to free yourself. Free yourself. Free yourself. He's nothing to be afraid of. It is just your fears. It was just lessons that were sent to you. His back is turned, escape. So the Hierophant coming out is that there's so many lessons that have been sent to you. And as I said, there is a message. There's going to be a lot of messages sent to you, not only throughout this week, but throughout the rest of this month. It is important for you to listen more than you speak, to get these keys to your next cycle, the keys to the door that is awaiting to be opened for you, the keys to the door of the rest of your life. This is life-changing energy, water signs, that you are moving in. But you have to be open to listen and to hear the messages and the wisdom that is flowing in. And really just paying attention and realize that everything that you receive is a sign. Even what you question and say, oh, this can't be. It is. When you feel that it can't be, that's just the devil energy trying to come in and tell you that what you know to be true is not true. And the fact of the matter is, you know it to be true because your soul believes it, because your soul already knows that. Your higher self, your human self. Your human self hasn't connected with your higher self, so they don't know it. The Page of Cups is slowly but surely you are finding the emotional fulfillment that you seek. Slowly but surely you are moving in an alignment, in a new alignment with a different cycle. But that is only once you have consciously made the decision to close out this past cycle and to sit on your throne of power and trust that your everlasting life only is within your hands. The knowledge and the wisdom that you have received, the guidance and the support that you have received was unique to you for your specific journey, because that is what you needed to know at this point in your life to heal, to walk away from the past wounds, to walk away from the heartbreak, to walk away from victimhood, to walk away from the situations and the things that no longer serve you, and to free yourself. Wow, that flipped out fast. To free yourself from the prison that you have been in, that mental prison that you have kept yourself trapped in. It may have stemmed from childhood, but it's time to let it go now. So I got these new cards while I was in Chicago this weekend called the Sacred Rebels. I love these messages. I'm so connected to these cards, and so far every single one of them has been extremely powerful. The card that flipped out almost immediately for you guys is Focus on the Light. So I'm excited to see this. This is the number 37, which reduces to 10, which we all know is endings and new beginnings. And considering that you had not only the 10 of Swords, but the Wheel of Fortune, which is the number 10, this is just confirmation. That being said, let's jump in. So, a tremendous force of light is gathering around you. It is attracted to the purity of your intention to create from your heart. As your intention grows, so does the light. As the light grows, so does your intention. Magic wants to happen for you now. The synchronicity, perfect timing, opportunities, and information that are needed will seem to be drawn right to your door. You may start to feel as if you cannot walk outside without stumbling into something helpful, wonderful, and inspiring. You might be startled at this interplay of light with your heart. You might be startled as this interplay of light with your heart evokes many new successes and attracts an abundance of opportunities your way. You may need to adjust as the field of light grows stronger and its effects become more palpable. It may bring rather dramatic improvements into your world. You may be uncomfortable or feel out of your depth with these changes. This would be understandable, but it would be a shame for you to hold on to that resistance for anything more than a brief moment. Any resistance or fear will inhibit the continuing free flow of light so that it can manifest its beauty through you in the physical world where it is needed. It is best to stay focused on your pure heart and intentions. Just allow all else to happen of its own accord without making it mean anything too personal. Simply let it be the workings of great love flowing through a pure heart and touching the... First of all, guys, this is on page number 145, which reduces to 10. Like, I literally just got goosebumps looking at that. I cannot make this up. This is a big week for you. This is a big month for you, water signs. Anyway, sorry. And touching the world. Even if the light that is drawn to you and flows through you has some dazzling effects, you don't have to get caught up in it. Doing so might start you worrying that you are unworthy or that you are unable to keep up. This worry will constrict possibilities rather than allowing the free flow of light. You have permission to simply be appreciative of the light and to enjoy it as you continue to focus on what really matters, the pure intention of your heart and your desire to create. Sometimes success can be like a powerful mirror and a shining searchlight as it shows up what was already within someone or a group of people. Under the spotlight of success, it is more intense, amplified, and obvious. This can give us an opportunity to sow the seeds of our own destruction or to work on what arises from a heart-centered perspective to create a firmer foundation that supports even greater attainment. This oracle brings an assurance of success of the highest order, not just commercially, but from the heart. It will manifest as a highly valuable offering to the world. This applies to a project, endeavor, or organization in which you are involved. Your heart will help you realize which group or project it applies to. It may be more than one. However, you must stay focused. Enjoy the glittering lights of success, but don't be distracted by them. Stay on point with what you want to create and why, and stay true to yourself. This oracle also brings another message. Don't be distracted by other paths around you at this time, as you are too close to succeeding on the one you are on now. Diluting your energies in the pursuit of too much will slow down your success, and the world needs your light to shine sooner rather than later. In time, you may diversify and explore other ways to express yourself, but for now, build what you are working on and know that success is coming swiftly. All right, water signs, that has been your reading for this week. I'm so grateful for you guys. I love you guys, and I hope that this message resonates with you. Please make sure that you're liking these videos, subscribing. Let me know how these are affecting you. Thank you so much. I love you. Namaste.